Hello, everybody. It is Lauren. Just filming in the car for a few minutes while I wait to get in. I have my appointment at 9. It is currently 8:43, and they're usually not letting us up for like 5 minutes before our appointment. And what they're doing is they're having us call in first to a certain number to be screened and talk to someone about if we have any symptoms or whatever, and then they give us a time that we can start heading up, because they only are allowing like 1 to 2 people in the waiting room at a time right now. So that's what's going on. So that is what I'm doing. I'm just gonna wait for about probably 10 minutes to call and let them know that I'm here for my appointment. A little bit about, so today's gonna be day 6, I think, yeah, wow, already. So day 6 of injections will be tonight. I felt really, really nauseous the last 2 days. But I did message my clinic, and they were like, everything I was experiencing was normal. They said as long as I'm, still eating and able to get, liquids and food and stuff in, that I shouldn't worry about it, and I should just try to rest as much as possible and make sure I'm urinating normally and stuff like that, which I'm not having a problem with. So, yeah, I was happy about that. And, but the nausea, yeah, it's been really bad. Last night I actually took a, Unisom, and a lot of girls that are pregnant take those, and it actually helped me sleep and feel like not nauseous at night. So that was kind of awesome. So today's appointment, they're going to be looking at all of my follicles and seeing what their sizes are, and hopefully excuse me, I just woke up, so my throat's always like this in the morning. Hopefully they'll be telling me that I can start my Ganirelix today. And I have been having a little bit more cramping on my right ovary than my left ovary, which normally my left one is the one that does pretty well with like fertility drugs, like when I was on Femara and stuff like that. But I think this time my right one might be in the lead, so it'll be kind of interesting to see what's going on down there. I do feel a lot of pressure. When I walk, sometimes it's a little sore. When I cough or sneeze, I can definitely feel the pressure. And even if I lay on my stomach at night when I sleep, I can definitely feel a little bit more pressure than I was feeling a few days ago. So the other part of this video I'll have to film later on, but it will be basically, I'm going to film me doing my Ganirelix injection for the first time, as long as they say it's okay to start it. And then I'm also going to be discussing like how my blood work was, and how many follicles I currently have, and like what their sizes are. I hope they like write it down for me or something, because it'd be nice to see like the progress as it goes on. But yeah, today's day 6. So that means I have tonight, tomorrow night, and then the next day I have another ultrasound on Friday to see what's going on. And then I think on that day they're gonna probably figure out when I'm doing my egg retrieval. So that will be an exciting appointment. I just feel like I'm finally like halfway through, and I'm nearing the finish line as far as this egg retrieval goes, and I'm just like really hoping that everything over the next few days it goes as planned, and that nothing gets canceled, or that I'm not like overstimulated or anything, because that would be so horrible. I would hate to cancel this and start all over again. Like I just don't think I can do it again. It's just been really rough, and it's been so nice because I've been off work, and I couldn't even imagine if I wasn't like off work right now. I think I would just be miserable, like absolutely miserable, because I have a super active job, and there's no way that I could feel the way I'm feeling, not being able to eat a lot, and going through all this and being sore. And
Hey YouTube, it's the second half of the video. I just wanted to come on and talk about my results from today. So as you know from the beginning of the video, I went to the clinic this morning. So they called me up around 9:06. My appointment was originally at 9, and I actually didn't get to go back into a room until around 9:45. And then as you can see in the earlier video, you have to wear a mask the whole time you're in there, which I completely understand and think it's a good idea anyway, because all the patients have to wear the mask, and so do all the workers. So, good news. I'm not super good at editing these YouTube videos, so I'm going to try to put a picture of this on here somehow. But basically, I have like a list of all my follicles that they were able to measure. So kind of what she said to me was anything that's between a 5 and a 10 millimeters at this point, at this stage, being halfway through, has the potential to become a mature follicle. Or a mature egg in there. It doesn't necessarily mean that that's the case. And of course, some of these follicles will beat out other ones, but she just wanted to let me know that. And I was wrong, because my right follicle had less follicles than my left, or my right ovary, sorry, had less follicles than my left did. So both my ovaries were around the same size though. So my left ovary was just a little bit longer as far as like the width, and the height was a little bit shorter, and then it was the opposite for my right. So interesting enough, but so basically these are the numbers. So first off, my blood work that I got back today, I was super paranoid about it because I took a test this morning for my OPK, and it was pretty positive looking. See, this is the control line and that's the test line. So they're pretty much almost the same. The test line is just a tiny bit lighter. So, but she told me the Menopur that I'm taking, it has LH in it. So she said, just don't take any more OPKs because you're going to freak yourself out. So she said that's why we're monitoring your blood work and taking your LH and estrogen levels and FSH and all that, because they want to see what my LH is at. So my numbers for my estrogen today was 582, and my LH was 10.1. So she said typically you need to get to about a 25 for your LH before you're going to ovulate. So she said you're not even close to ovulating, so don't worry about that. And she said, you're on a lot of medications, and that could be altering the way that those urine tests are picking it up. So she said, don't worry about that. And then, so for my right ovary, I thought my right one was going to be more than my left, because that one was hurting a lot more. Well, not like hurting, but it was just like a little bit more twingy feeling. But so on the right side, I had 6 follicles today. One measuring at 16.3 millimeters, one measuring at 11.8, one measuring at 15.1, and then 3 smaller ones, one measuring at 8.2, and then the 2 other ones at 6.6 and 6.9. So based on her, the 5 to 10 millimeter ratio, she said there's a potential that all the ones on my right ovary could become mature over the next 5 days, but it's just too hard to tell. So typically eggs grow 1 to 2 millimeters per day in a normal cycle, and when you're stimulated, it can be a little bit more than that. So if you look at the numbers, it's very possible that those could become larger and potentially mature. So for the right follicle, that was a total of 6, with 3 that she said definitely will probably be in the running. And then for my left ovary, I had 9 follicles. So we've got 12.9, 14.3, 13.9, 18.1, 13.1, and a 10.7. And then the other three were 7.7, 7.0, and 11. I don't know if I said the 11. I can't remember. If I repeated myself, I'm sorry. But so basically, the ones that she said will definitely be in the top running will be the 18.1, the 14.3, the 13.9, 13.1, and 12.9. The 7 and the other 7 may not, the other 10 and the 11 may not. It all just depends on what happens over the next few days. So at my clinic, she said any follicle that's around an 18 to 23 millimeter in size is considered to be a mature follicle. So, and you know, each follicle will have one mature egg, is what we're hoping by the end of all this. So she's like, just keep up with your protocol. Still gonna do the 250 units of, or I'm sorry, 225 units of Ganirelix and 150 of the Menopur. She did say, you know, because you do have that one 18.1 millimeter, she wanted me to come home right after my appointment and do my Ganirelix injection. So right when I came home, I did do my Ganirelix for the first time, which was super easy. It's another subcutaneous injection, so just pinch the skin in the stomach and inject that. It's a pre-filled syringe, so no mixing or anything is necessary with that one. So that one was 250 mcgs. So basically, she said everything looks really good. She didn't measure my lining. Well, she did measure it, but she didn't tell me what the number was for my lining. But I could tell just from all the ultrasounds I've had, like during my IUIs and stuff, that the lining was looking really good. And we're doing a fresh transfer, so yay! I'm super, super excited about the lining looking really good and thick and healthy. So that's basically the numbers for today's appointment. I'm pretty excited about it. I feel like looking at this, I'm kind of guaranteed to have at least 5 to 6 mature follicles, which I'm really hoping for like 10 to 15. So I'm hoping that these last 5 days of everything will be good and will help to get those other ones kind of up in the running. But yeah, so as far as the LH, I'm not going to be taking any more of these because I think it'll just freak me out. She said it's not necessary because I'm being monitored, you know, every other day now. So yesterday was a really bad day as far as symptoms or side effects or whatever you want to call it. I don't know why, but yesterday I was so nauseous, like the whole day. I woke up nauseous, I went to bed nauseous, I could barely eat, but I still managed to eat throughout the day, and I still managed to take my prenatal, my DHEA, my vitamin D, my probiotic, and everything else I'm taking. So, but today, fingers crossed so far, it hasn't been too bad. I woke up feeling pretty good. My appointment was early. I had something to drink as soon as I woke up, and I had a little snack for breakfast. And then when I came home, I ended up eating lunch. Usually I do a little bit better in the earlier parts of the day. It's kind of after like 3 or 4 o'clock is when I start to feel really tired and kind of like crummy, like headaches and nausea and everything else. So, but yeah, so my appointment on Friday morning is at 8:45. I'll be having another ultrasound and another set of blood draws done to monitor my stuff. The one thing I wasn't sure about was the number that they'll kind of cut you off at for your estrogen levels before a fresh transfer, because there's always a chance that we could get done with all this retrieval and my estrogen levels could just be way too high and they might have to cancel my fresh transfer and have me do a frozen transfer. That wouldn't be the end of the world. I'm kind of hoping that's not the case, but it wouldn't be the end of the world if we can't do a fresh transfer. It doesn't really matter either way, I guess, because we're not doing any genetic testing or whatever. So I just really wanted to do a fresh one, just because, like, I just feel like the timing of everything is good, and so far I'm feeling okay. But we'll see. It just depends. You don't want to put your body through too much and then set yourself up for failure. So I totally get it if they have to cancel everything or cancel the transfer part of it. So we'll just see what happens. I'm just praying. I just keep praying and hoping that everything will work out okay. Let's see. Is there anything else I wanted to talk about? Oh, for the Ganirelix, that one was actually, the injection itself wasn't very painful, but it burned for like a good half hour after. So I kind of looked up what people were doing to help with that, and a lot of people said they iced the spot that they did it for about 5 minutes prior and then another 10 minutes afterwards. So today I did put a little bag of frozen vegetables on that area shortly after I did my injection, just to try and help with some of the, tenderness that occurred from that. And it did seem to help, and I'm not feeling anything now. So my stomach is getting pretty bloated now. If you watched the video that I did before this, you could probably tell that it is getting a lot more bloated. I can really feel like twingy and tenderness in both my ovaries now. You still can't really see I don't really have any bruising. I'm really surprised by that, but I really don't have any bruising. Like, I was expecting to have, some major bruising going on by this time, but I really don't. I mean, you can see the little spots, here where I did an injection and here, and you can see, the little needle marks, but you can't see really any bruising. And for the most part, it's a little tender, but it's not anything crazy. Like, I had my pants up all the way and it didn't bother me. So that's pretty much it. So hopefully everything keeps going as planned. Hopefully these next 4 or 5 days will go by quickly and I'll feel good. I was mentioning in my other videos earlier that I took Unisom yesterday because I was so nauseous at night, and I took it after I attempted to eat dinner. And although it did make me pretty drowsy, I took it before bed, so it was actually okay. And my husband rubbed my back and rubbed my legs and my back for a little bit last night before I went to bed, which really relaxed me. And then in combination with the Unisom, and I had my heating pad not on my belly or my back or anything, but I just had it kind of on my legs, and I was kind of holding it and stuff, and that kind of helped to make me feel comfortable, I guess, and cozy, if you will. And so I felt pretty good and tired, and by the time I went to bed, it was around 11, probably about 11. I was feeling nice and tired, and most of my nausea had went away. So I don't know if it was because I had eaten dinner and I felt better, or if it was the Unisom. But I think if I get nausea again, I'm going to take the Unisom because I'm already taking the B6 in my prenatals. And then I did order some B6 by itself just to take in case, because I know a lot of women take that combination B6 and Unisom together, and it's supposed to be kind of like that diclegis pregnancy medication, which is approved to take during pregnancy for nausea and vomiting. So just kind of testing things out, seeing how things work out. Because when I had my ectopic pregnancy, I didn't really get far enough along to experience any nausea. I felt absolutely amazing for 5 weeks. I had to go back in about 6 weeks, and that's when everything was taken care of, and so but yeah, I think that's about it. If you have any questions, you can comment down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will post another one on Friday. Take care.